Welcome all to 5 Minutes with Kerusso. I'm Whitney, and thank you for spending 5 minutes with me today. So, one thing I've noticed more often lately is that we as humans we haven't really been treating each other very nicely lately, have we? In general, we just kind of tend to assume the worst of each other. We make snap judgments and make really harsh assumptions about people based on one thing that we see externally about them. And it's really hard for us to remember that we are all made in the image of God, that we're all children of God, that we're all chosen by God. We forget that way more than we should, don't we? And this happens in the Bible too. There are so many instances just through Jesus's ministry where we see people cast by the wayside or ignored or dismissed or forgotten because of who they are, a part of their personality, a part of their lifestyle, or it could even just be a physical symptom. We've got a woman who bled for 12 years and lepers who were ostracized from their community and weren't allowed physical contact with anybody. And we've got Samaritans and women who were seen as lesser in like a classist sort of way. And sinners and tax collectors who were seen as not even worthy of Jesus' time. And so we see the society of that time rejected these people and did not really see their potential, did not see these people for who they truly were. But Jesus did. And Jesus made time for all of these people and recognized God in his creation. So I would love to share a little bit of inspiration that I got today from the Hindu religion. So I would love to share the meaning of the word namaste with you. Now, this might be the only Sanskrit word that you have ever heard and probably had something to do with yoga. But let me just share, the basic translation is just, I bow to you. But there's a deeper spiritual meaning to it for those who practice the Hindu religion. Part of that religion is recognizing that there is a deity who exists within you, and when you die, you will go to exist with your deity. So there's a piece of the divine that exists within you at all times as you walk through life. And so this practice of namaste is acknowledging that piece of God or the divine that exists within each other. So the meaning literally would be something along the lines, there's lots of different translations, but it would be sort of like the divine spark or the spirit of God or the light within me sees the light within you and recognizes it. And it's actively looking for the spirit of the divine in each other. And it's recognizing, okay, I'm amazing because my God lives within me. And you're amazing because your God lives within you. And we're both great for that. And it's this active practice of looking for that within each other. And we see a little bit of this even within the Bible. We see a similar practice, specifically in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you?" How many of us walk around during the day thinking, God's Spirit is alive in me and is alive in that person all around me? I see God in all the people that walk past me, and I recognize that they are his creation, that they are his chosen. How many of us actually do that? What would life even be like if we actively sought out the sense of the divine and the awe of God's creation and the Holy Spirit alive within each other? And even better, what would it be like if we looked for that even within ourselves? How many of us get up and look in the mirror and think, that is a work of God's creation? Not a lot. But what if we did? What if we did? What if we looked in the mirror every morning and thought, that's a very special person because God exists within that person, and I'm going to act like it. And I'm going to recognize and look for God in everyone around me. more than anything, we as humans want to be seen. We want to be acknowledged. We want to be understood and recognized, not just for what we look like or how we act or something superficial, but for who we are, for who we could be, for who we want to be. If we look for God in each other, if we look for light and potential and greatness and blessings in each other, then that's exactly what we're going to find. And I think we're all going to feel a lot better about each other. So this week, I hope that you remember God is within you. God is within everyone around you. And I hope you're blessed by that. I will see you next time.